Hi, my name's Bailey Bogan. Here's my ID. And here are my note cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the audience. Count them.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5. Alright. Okay, so hi, my name's Bailey Bogan, and today I'm going to do an informative speech on how we need a new diagnosis criteria for eating disorders in males. So a little bit of background on my topic. According to a journal article written by Stuart Murray in 2017, less than 1% of all empirical research related to eating disorders to date has focused on male presentations. 1% is extremely low number despite on how much research is being done on females. So this means there's a huge lack of knowledge on the topic for males. And there's a need for awareness on this topic for males as well. If there's no knowledge or no awareness, these things with males aren't going to be addressed properly, misdiagnosed, not even being addressed, or anything like that. And it needs to be known that eating disorders do not only affect women, they affect males as well. The thing that's different with eating disorders in males is their dissatisfaction in appearance. When females, which I'm sure we're all aware of, is they'll either binge eat, they'll skip meals, they'll exercise for hours on end to try and look skinny, and they'll look in the mirror and they see themselves as fat when they're pretty much skin and bones. The thing with males is when they do eating disorders, they'll do protein shakes, they'll eat a bunch of chicken, they'll go to the gym twice a day and try and get really buff, and then they'll look in the mirror and they'll see themselves as skinny even though they're really, really buff. And that's also an unhealthy thing. Even though they're buff and you probably think that they're healthy, the way they're doing it is not healthy for anything about them. Sometimes they do steroids, and then that affects their internal health and you don't see it on the outside. And then another article written by Murray, because he's a big person that's researching this topic, in 2012 he stated that 95% of males may be dissatisfied with their appearance, with most men and boys as young as 6 reporting a strong preference for a more muscular physique. So that's the thing about males versus women, is males are looking for that muscular physique while women are looking for the skinny figure that they show in magazines and TV and model ads and things like that. A little bit of research history. The issues with research in males is the sample sizes are too small. Males don't want to admit that they have an eating disorder, they're not being tested for the eating disorder, or they won't even go to the hospital because they don't think they have a problem. So the samples are sometimes case studies, little 10 group of males that have a disorder but not researched properly, and then we don't really know what data we're getting because it could be biased, it could be inaccurate, you never know. Another huge issue is the testing tool. They give a questionnaire and say, do you skip meals? Do you find yourself starving yourselves? Do you look in the mirror and see yourself as thin? Well, of course men are going to say no to all of those questions because that's not what they're doing. They're eating a lot, so they're going to say, no, I don't skip meals. So when the doctor looks at the test, it comes back negative for an eating disorder, but they do have it and it's just not being treated. So the doctor will say, no, this is not according to our maybe DSM-5 book or something like that. You don't have an eating disorder, so we're going to go to something else. And Mr. Griffiths, he's writing articles in 2013 for the Body Image magazine and comparing the male versus female disorder eating and trying to show that they are different and they need to be addressed differently. So now, current research has proved that male and female eating disorders are different, that there needs to be a new diagnosis tool, but the research is so small and so minute in the fact that males are still viewed as not getting that disorder, that the doctors are still pushing it off when it shouldn't be that way. So the question now is, why aren't males being treated differently so that they can get the proper treatment that they need and the misdiagnosis rate will go down? And then here are my sources. And that's it.